Hey everyone, it's James Lambert, the motivational coach and speaker. I went from headlocks to hugs. I still embrace people, just now in a far more positive manner. So, in this video, I really wanted to talk about, I suppose it's divide and conquer. And what I found mildly troubling of late is many different, certainly associates, maybe one or two friends, but I've noticed the certain direction of their thoughts. They're leaning towards, as I say, divide and conquer type principles. Now, this is a very important message, and I believe somebody, or quite a few of you, need to hear and certainly consider it. Whilst, again, as always, the message, the intention of it is of great love, and my intention is to heal, not harm. But I do think it's a message that needs talking about. So, this divide and conquer, the oldest game in the book, and it doesn't matter where you think that's come from, but when you've got lots of people looking at their differences and picking them apart, as to what I prefer, looking at what unites us, our humanity, what we have in common. I think that's far more prudent. And particularly today, this is the point, when things could potentially, there's the potential in anything to spiral out of control. When things are getting difficult, whether in economics or politics, in your own household, amongst your communities, more than ever, it's the time to actually unite and come together, not divide. That's the problem. That is not how we win. And so what I've noticed is that people are leaning towards, dare I say, racist philosophies, and certainly ones that promote, as they see it, the sticking together of their tribes or groups. Now, I personally have no truck for racism, and it works both ways. It works against, white against black, black against white. For me, it's a wholly distasteful premise, but I think it's quite dangerous. And I understand the need, the herd or the sheep like mentality to stick together, but stick together as a whole, as humanity, because this really gets big. Because people are looking for an enemy. They're looking for the persecutor, the man, the person, the group to blame. If you really want to be honest, really honest now, and be brave, you want someone to blame, look no further than yourself. Because this is going to be quite unpalatable for some, and it's going to be hard for you to swallow or to stomach. But I'm so passionate on this because I did it for the longest time. Blaming others is very easy to say they're my oppressor, this group of people, or that colour man. No. I think you want someone to blame, it's your own mental mismanagement. It's you and your thoughts. It's your thoughts, it's your behaviour. You want someone to blame for keeping you stuck. I say with great passion, it's you. It's you. And why? Because I know that I put the brakes on my own life for the longest time. It wasn't anyone else. And it's your own mind. Your own mind is keeping you captive in truth. There's no more chains around you anymore, but there are in your mind. There are if you think it so. I think there was a great writer and essayist, was it Robert Milton? And he said, a man can make a heaven or hell if he thinks it so. It's basically in your mind. That's the real thing. Because I remember before, I was literally in what some would say paradise in the Maldives, physically there, the most beautiful opaque blue sky and sea, the most lovely temperature, the finest overwater villa. And yet, because my mind wasn't right, I was in paradise and I was in hell in my thoughts. Equally, look at Nelson Mandela, my God, for almost 3 decades. You could say he was in hell physically, but his mind, he overstood, he conquered his mind, and therefore he made a heaven of his hell. and you can do the same. So no matter where you live, no matter what your postcode is, no matter what your peers are doing or not doing, you are responsible for your thinking. So you want someone to blame, then go ahead. Go ahead. You'll find it. But I'm just saying, today more than ever, we need to stick together and think more in terms of us and all in it together, as opposed to all separate, and everyone goes off in their own schools or cultures. No, I think if there's ever a time for, and there may be in certain parts, we must respect certain cultures and our own indeed, and learn about it. But I do not believe personally we need to do that at the detriment of being an inclusive society. In fact, when we all learn, I think it would be more prudent. So again, that's my advice in this video. That is my great aim, is that there is more unity. It's more unity in the home, more unity in the community, more unity in the country, therefore, and ultimately more unity, more togetherness, more love in this world. But it starts with the I. It starts with us. It really does. And again, if you want to blame an external person, place or thing, by all means, crack on. I've got no ultimate control over that. Again, that's the exciting thing you have. But I just personally, I don't think that's very prudent. And moreover, it keeps you stuck. Because in truth, if you really want to think about the control, there are certain people that would far rather you do that, because it fits nicely into that divide and conquer. So the most dangerous thing is a worldwide community of peaceful activists, people that are in it together. That's actually the power of love. It's an incredibly powerful thing, as opposed to divide it, and if not quite hate, distrust and division. No, that's not the way forward as I see it. So some quite powerful food for thought for me. It's still motivational, because the overarching thing is you are in control of you, no matter what group or system or belief you align yourself with. So something to think about by all means. But as always, you are unstoppable, and I believe in you.